one of the crazy things when you do these live Q&As is some of them are very silly. So we got one. Mark, are the allegations true that you are secretly a lizard? I'm gonna have to go with no on that. I am not a lizard, but keep the high quality comments coming in.
Where were you on 9/11? It is a question that will always be asked, and for every person will have a different answer, except for 16 Sarasota children. They were only 7 years old, sitting together in a classroom with President George W. Bush when he learned our nation was under attack. They are grown now, but their memories of that morning are still vivid.
What do these two letters say?
At only 7 years old, they were the face of second-grade innocence. Just as the news of evil was being whispered into President George W. Bush's ear on the morning of 9/11. Now, 10 years later.
I'm Chantal Guerrero. I'm Natalia Jones-Pinkney.
I'm LaDamian Smith.
My name is Mariah Williams, and I remember 9/11 because I was in the classroom with President Bush when it happened.
That classroom, room 301 at Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota, is where we sat down with 4 of the 16 students, now high school seniors, who were reading to the president that very morning.
We were just excited that the president was there.
Now a piece of history, this was the book of short stories they were reading when Chief of Staff Andrew Card told the president a second plane had just flown into the World Trade Center.
Oh my God. He whispered something to the president. I seen his face turn red.
I see the face and I think, something is wrong.
That image of the president receiving the news that morning is ingrained in our memories as much as the video of the planes flying into the Twin Towers. For these kids, they remember the next 7 minutes that the president stayed in the room as frozen in time.
Everything changed about him, and you can see it all over his face.
May God bless the victims, their families, and America.
President Bush soon exited the room with barely a goodbye. He would meet with his staff in the school library. The kids would watch the news coverage on television, not fully comprehending their world was changing forever.
I didn't know what a terrace was or, anything like that. The World Trade Center, I didn't know what that was.
Celestine Campbell, teaching second grade, remembers the Secret Service quickly trying to get the president out of the building and airborne. She knew he was a man of faith and got close enough to grab his hand.
He was headed out. I stopped him on that end, and I said, "Mr. President, may I pray for you?" And he stopped, and he let me pray with him.
She's still telling me what to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are we rolling tape on that?
There you go.
You got a brush? Yes.
Just a one-finger victory salute.
But it is going to bother you because you're human, and I was human. I am human still. But I was just referring to myself in the past. Not that I was not human.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep.
Our diplomacy is at work with respect to Iran, where for the first time in a decade we've halted the progress of its nuclear program and reduced its stockpile of nuclear material. Between now and this spring, we have a chance to negotiate a comprehensive agreement that prevents a nuclear-armed Iran, secures America and our allies, including Israel, while avoiding yet another Middle East conflict. There are no guarantees that negotiations will succeed, and I keep all options on the table to prevent a nuclear Iran. But new sanctions passed by this Congress at this moment in time will all but guarantee that diplomacy fails, alienating America from its allies, making it harder to maintain sanctions.
What's the next line?
Open
The wheels on the bus go
and shut.
open and shut. Open and shut.
Horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all day long. The bell on the bus goes ding, 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 ding. The bell on the bus goes ding, ding, ding all day long.
The doors on the bus go open and shut. All through the town.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all day long.
What's the wipers on the bus go
Swish, 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 swish.
So we're gonna read a book right now called Alone and Together.
Waterfalls.
help me get up.
I'm gonna give you this hand. You gotta pull this hand very hard.
The bell on the bus goes ding, 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 ding. The bell on the bus goes ding, ding, ding.
We must end this infernal music! Come, let us return to my castle.
And ensuring that Iran starts up its nuclear program again. It doesn't make sense. And that's why I will veto any new sanctions bill that threatens to undo this progress. The American people expect us only to go to war as a last resort. And I intend to stay true to that wisdom.
Welcome back to The Lead. New outrage on Capitol Hill today after Obama administration officials briefed lawmakers about two other cash payments to Iran. Sources tell CNN that in addition to the previously reported $400 million in cash given in conjunction with U.S. hostages held in Iran being freed, including Washington Post journalist Jason Rezaian, two additional cash payments totaling $1.3 billion were made, as first reported by this morning's Wall Street Journal. Republicans such as Senator Marco Rubio argued, quote, by sending the signal that hostages are a legitimate means of securing concessions from our government, the Obama administration has put countless American lives at risk through this payment, as Rubio wrote in today's Tampa Bay Times. Obama administration officials note that the $1.7 billion belongs to Iran, having been awarded by the Hague Tribunal, stemming from the U.S. not delivering fighter jets that Iran had paid for before the 1979 Iranian Revolution.
Governments can't die. So we need to find other incentives for bureaucracy to adapt and improve. The technology revolution has transformed organizations across the private sector. But not ours, not fully, not yet. We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old, According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. We cannot share information from floor to floor in this building because it's stored on dozens of different technological systems that are inaccessible or incompatible.
I'm going to vote blue.
Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
If we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion,
Come on, try getting it out.
Ding, 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 bong.
That's all, folks.
The farmers rising yields. We are the children, builders of the future.